What's up, guys? Welcome to the Being Beautifully Honest podcast and channel. Thanks for being here, being subbed. If you're not, hit the button. And if you're listening on YouTube, hit the like. It's like walking in the room and hitting that light switch. Let's brighten up the place and get into the real of reality TV. So Robyn had a little bit of nostalgia when she was doing her most recent recording of the reasonably shady, whatever, podcast with Gizelle. And she got a little choked up, just reminiscing over her time on RHOP. And so she got a little bit emotional. Let's hear what she had to say.
And just to be yourself. And, oh, are you going to cry? Oh, Robyn, you're going to make me cry. No tears. Oh, God. Okay, well.
I'm not going to cry.
No. Okay, go ahead. No, and then I just want to finish. Shit. We don't even have tissues. It's so crazy because, like, we still have Reasonably Shady, but I really want to say I love you. Oh, me? Oh, no. That made me cry. And it's been such a fun, amazing, stressful, crazy, wild journey the past 8 years. I couldn't imagine doing what we did, with anyone else.
Oh, she always has tissue. Because of that damn nose of hers.
But to my Green Eye Bandit, my partner in crime, it's the show really, we started off as friends. It's so funny because we, for whatever reason, we were meant to sit next to each other that night.
Yes.
I think it was in November of, 2011, maybe, whatever. When Sharice,
at Knockout.
Yes, at Knockout Abuse, a charity event. When Sharice invited us as her guest.
Yes.
We sat next to each other at the table, and we laughed and joked like we'd known each other for years.
I know. That was so much fun. Before anybody knew us.
Yes.
Like that.
Yes.
And we trashed the entire room.
We did. we laughed every person that walked past, all the drunk people, just had a good old time. From there we were great friends, and then the show, brought us even closer.
Yeah.
And we've, been through a lot on the show and faced a lot of scrutiny and judgment and hate.
Oh, God.
And we've supported each other through that. So although we still have Reasonably Shady, I'm still going to talk to you all the time and see you all the time. I hate that part of our friendship is, not there anymore.
That's enough of that. I don't need to hear anymore. How ironic it was, like, they were born to be envious with the green eyes, but for her to talk about how they were just having fun trashing the whole room of people that came in when they were at this charity event, it just speaks a lot to the character of both of them. And for Gizelle to say, oh, don't cry, you're going to make me cry. I don't even know if Gizelle's capable of shedding any tears. The woman is just so hateful, it seems. But I don't feel sorry for Robyn, but I will say that it is her own fault, because if she could have just separated herself from that clown and really been transparent to the point where she would just be like glass in a way, I believe that if the show is going to come back, she probably would have been able to come back, and possibly Gizelle would be the one that we know people are saying don't bring her back, but I'm talking about the execs, the producers, the people who make the decisions over there at Truly Original, NBC Universal, Bravo TV, about not bringing her back, because the majority of the people don't want to see Gizelle anymore. And the podcast, I can't believe that podcast is really profiting them the way that this opportunity that they've had to be on the Real Housewives of Potomac has. But you can let me know your thoughts about that in the comments section. But speaking of RHOP and what may or may not appear to be, so basically Candiace confirmed that what Gizelle revealed on the reunion when she said, I was told that she would be spoken to, that Gizelle actually was correct in that. And Candiace, she revealed some things about conversations that were had with her.
I maybe took a sort of different approach at this reunion at the request of the network to try and be less vitriolic and more in a space and a spirit of moving forward. And, you know, you saw some of that, I think. And there were things that I would have said had I not been given those directives. I maybe took a sort of different approach at this reunion at the request of the network to try and be less vitriolic and more in a space and a spirit of moving forward. And, you know, you saw some of that, I think. And there were things that I would have said had I not been given those directives.
So I played that clip a couple of times. That's actually from E.T., and they, meaning Candiace and Chris, did an interview with E.T. regarding this most recent season. And she pretty much confirmed that, yeah, they had a conversation with her and pretty much said, don't rip Gizelle's head off. Don't rip her neck off. Don't rip her ankles off. Don't rip her uterus out. Don't rip her ovaries out. Like, don't rag on her because she can't take it. And it's like, if you can't take the heat, then get up out of the kitchen. Because the one thing that has bothered me about a lot of people when it comes to Candiace is Candiace saying things. It's not her putting her hands on people. And that has been par for the course for these shows for the past several seasons when it comes to the Housewives franchise, where people, they will go to literal hell with the words that they say. But you're not supposed to be laying your hands on people. And that's where Monique messed up. I'm not going to go down that rabbit hole, at least not right now. But I digress. Yeah, Candiace confirmed it. They had a conversation with her. And when Gizelle said on the reunion that I was told that she would be spoken to, she wasn't lying about that. And she apparently was spoken to. So they kind of chastised her and, you know, in a way was like, look, you know, you've been giving Gizelle a hard time and it's been hurting her feelings. And she is really, like, considering Gizelle, they've considered her way more than they've ever considered Candiace. And Candiace had her head beaten to the table by Monique. And Candiace was right. When they brought up that situation and Gizelle allegedly being there for Candiace during that time, when Candiace said it wasn't so much about me, it was more her hatred for Monique as to why she wanted to make it seem like she was really there for me more than she really cared to be. It was like the lesser of the two evils, and she preferred me over Monique at the time. And I 100% agree with her. I really do. And she's proven that by her own actions, because that season, which was the last season, when Mia threw the drink in Wendy's face, both she and Robyn, they did not check on Wendy to see how she was doing. And Robyn pretty much said, no, I don't like her, so I'm not going to check on her. So this is definitely poetic justice for her to have been dismissed from the franchise. And I'm just waiting on Gizelle to get her walking papers too. Honestly, she doesn't deserve to have a space on anyone's platform at all. So I just wanted to share that with you guys, talk about it a little bit and get your thoughts on it so you can let me know how you feel. Thanks so much for being here, for liking and subscribing. I'm Beth, just being beautifully honest. So until next time, I wanted to keep it brief, beautiful, and now I'm going to say bye.